Today, we're diving into a fascinating paradox about the human body, something that sounds like it should be impossible, but is absolutely true. You know those facts that just make you stop and go, wait, what? No way. Well, get ready because we've got a big one for you today. There it is. Just let that sink in for a second. The very organ that processes every single painful sensation you've ever had, a stubbed toe, a paper cut, you name it, feels absolutely nothing itself. It's a total mind bender, right? So how is that even possible? It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but it's a fundamental truth of our own biology. Let's peel back the layers and see how this works. Yep, it's the ultimate command center for every feeling we have, yet it's completely numb. It's kind of like a master chef who can't taste food, or an incredible musician who can't hear a single note. The brain is the master interpreter of pain signals, but it never actually feels the pain it's telling you about. And that, of course, leads to the big question, why? If our brain is the reason we feel everything, why is it the one part of us that's left out? Well, the answer is all in the wiring. It all comes down to these tiny little things called pain receptors, or nociceptors if you want to get technical. Think of them like tiny alarm sensors scattered all over your body, in your skin, your muscles, your organs. When they detect trouble, they fire off an urgent message straight to headquarters, the brain. So your body is just loaded with this amazing, sophisticated security system. But the brain tissue itself? It's like the one room in the house where the alarms were never installed. It just doesn't have the hardware to detect pain on its own. Okay, so you're probably thinking, but wait, what about headaches? Those feel pretty real. And that is an excellent question. The thing is, the pain from a headache isn't coming from your brain tissue. It's coming from the protective layers, the blood vessels, and the nerves surrounding your brain. Those parts are packed with pain receptors.
Now, this isn't just some cool bit of trivia. This strange biological quirk has a massive, real-world application, one that allows for one of the most incredible medical procedures you can imagine.
I mean, just think about it for a second. If you could get to the body's most complex, most delicate organ without causing it any pain, what could you do? What would that make possible? It makes awake brain surgery possible. It's incredible. Surgeons numb the scalp and skull, the parts that do have pain receptors, but once they've reached the brain itself, the patient can actually be woken up. They can talk, they can move their hands, they can answer questions, all while the surgeons are working. This lets the doctors make sure they're not damaging critical areas that control speech or movement. It is absolutely mind-blowing stuff. And that right there is the whole point. This isn't some weird flaw in our biology. It's a feature, one that allows for literal medical miracles. The brain's inability to feel pain is what lets surgeons protect its most precious functions. So we've gone from a strange little fact to a life-saving procedure. It's just a perfect example of how figuring out the weird quirks of our own biology can lead to these unbelievable breakthroughs. It really just goes to show how complex and, frankly, counterintuitive our bodies can be. What seems like a bizarre paradox at first glance is actually the key that unlocks these modern medical wonders. It's amazing. So the brain's pain paradox is just one of the body's many incredible secrets. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else is just waiting to be discovered right inside of us? Thanks for joining this explainer.